So we have an element that has a face-centered cube, and I've drawn a picture of the face-centered cube here. Its density in the solid state is 1.45 grams per centimeter cubed, or cc. The edge of the unit cell is 452 picometers. What's the identity of the element, and what is the mass of the unit cell? Okay, so if we want to know the identity of the element, what we really are being asked is what is the grams per mole. That's, if we know the molar mass, we can look on the periodic table, and that will let us know what we've got. Okay, so we've got face-centered cube. We know that. We know its density is 1.45 grams per centimeter cubed. And we know that the edge, that's going to be A, is 452 picometers. We should also remember when doing these problems that 1 picometer equals 10 to the minus 12 meters. So keep that in mind. So what I'd really like to do is get rid of picometers. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to take 452 picometers times 10 to the minus 12 meters, 1 picometer, and then I'm going to change this to centimeters because we want to be able to get rid of centimeters cubed and get grams per mole. So we know then that 1 centimeter is 10 to the minus 2 meters. So that's going to equal 4.52 times 10 to the minus 8 centimeters. And most of these elements, the size of the unit cell or the size of the radius of the atom radius is usually on the order of 10 to the minus 8. So if you keep that in mind, you'll be in good shape. When we look at this unit cell, we should also remember that there are 4 atoms per 1 unit cell. And we know that by being able to count them or memorizing that face-centered cube has 4 atoms per unit cell. And what else do we know? Well, we know that 4 radii, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 radii equals that hypotenuse, right? Because they're not touching along the edge. So this is going to be A, this is going to be A, this is going to turn out to be A, the square root of 2. So 4r equals A, the square root of 2. So I'm just writing down everything we know here. And let's go ahead and move this up. I'm going to kind of do this letting the units be the guide. As I said up here, I want grams per mole as my answer. So how can I get grams per mole? Well, first of all, let's see, do we have anything with grams in it? Well, we're given the density. So I know grams per centimeter cubed. So I'm just going to let the units do this. I'll put the numbers in a minute. So grams per centimeter cubed. Well, I want to get rid of, let me write that a little better. Let's do grams over centimeters cubed. Okay, so then I want to get rid of centimeters cubed. So do I have anything that will do that? Well, I know that this is equal to A. That's a side, or edge, as we often call it. So A cubed equals volume of the unit cell. So if I take 4.52 times 10 to the minus 8, and that's centimeters, and if I cube that, that's going to equal the volume of the unit cell. So what I want in terms of units is centimeters cubed for 1 unit cell. Well, I got rid of centimeters cubed. Now I want to get rid of unit cell. I'm not going to get rid of grams. I want to keep that. So what do I know about unit cell? Well, right up here, I know that one unit cell contains 4 atoms. Now, this is going to be easy now because I know that I can convert from atoms to moles using Avogadro's number. So, atoms, moles, and so now I can see that my units all work out. I've got rid of atoms, I've got rid of unit cell. So let's go ahead and put numbers in here. So there's a mole of atoms, 1 unit cell. I'm going to add the density as 1 point, what did I say, 45 grams per centimeter cubed. Actually, I think it was given as 44. And then we're going to take the edge and cube it, 4.52 times 10 to the minus 8 centimeters. And I'm going to cube that. That's going to give me centimeters cubed. Okay, so when we work this all out, we get an answer of 20.02 grams per mole. And if you look on the periodic table, that's neon. Now, neon is a gas, but when it freezes at very low temperature, when it freezes in this face-centered cube crystal structure. All right, so now I'm asked to figure out the next thing. Let's see what was next. What is the mass of the unit cell? Well, there's a couple of ways to do that because we've got that mass and we've got this mass. So we could start with grams per mole or grams per centimeter cubed. I'm going to go ahead and start with the grams per centimeter cubed because that was what was given. All right, so 1.44 grams per 1 centimeter cubed. And I want to get in my units grams per 1 unit cell. Okay, so if I can multiply then by the volume of the unit cell, which is right here, 1 unit cell is 4.52 times 10 to the minus 8 centimeters, and we cube that whole thing. Now we're going to get the mass of the unit cell. And that comes out to 1.33 times 10 to the minus 22 grams per unit cell.